Oh my goodness. Check this out. Let's talk about perfect timing. I cannot believe this. So, I just went to the local gas station to get some gas. I go inside, the cashier has this on the counter. I was like, wow, hey, what's that? She said, well, it's a weird dollar. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. What you gonna do with that? She said she's waiting for her boss to check it out to make sure it's real. I said, hey, could I have it? And she said, yeah, just give me $1. So to help her out, I gave her a modern dollar. And at the same time, I'm helping myself out with a with a cool story, right? This is crazy. So, man, this is okay, first of all, I never thought I would find one of these in circulation. Two, I never thought someone would actually turn this in. So somebody used this to buy something at the gas station. Okay. So it is real and it is $1. Of course it looks different, right? You can see the differences kind of right away. The serial numbers are blue. The federal stamp is blue, and it looks aged, but it ain't that much different. So she wasn't sure, so she gave it to me, and I gave her a modern dollar. So, man, this is cool. And now I get to share a story. As always, I'm always looking for something interesting, and here we go. And I like to share a good story, but I also like to share information, and I want to add something cool to the story. So, let's look at this really quick. This is from 1935. That's pretty old. That's why I never thought I would see one of these in circulation, but someone actually gave this to the cashier and she accepted it. That's crazy. And she had it there on the counter. I mean, that's just perfect timing for me to run into it. So I got it. So this costed me $1. Well, you know what? It didn't really cost me $1. All I did was trade $1. So I gave her a modern dollar for an old dollar. And then I got to do some research and found some really cool information. Now, of course, as you look at it, it's heavily circulated. I'm not sure on the value of something like this, but I'm going to share a really cool story. Okay, so real quick, as you can see, it is from 1935. But what interested me a lot is on the bottom, it says $1 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. I'm going to read that one more time. $1 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. So online, on the top, so online and on the top of the bill, you see silver certificate. So I'm assuming that if you gave this to the bank, they were going to give you silver for it, right? Okay, so that's what got me thinking, and that's what made me do this video and made me do some research and made me learn something, and now I'm sharing. So check this out. For one, this is really cool. And then, I like cool serial numbers on bills, and this has 37, so I thought that was awesome. But let's start sharing and let's share the cool story. This is so I did some research. I like to share. I like something interesting. So check this out. All right. So this is 1935, and I'm assuming, right, you took this to the bank and they were going to give you silver for it. So I decided to do some research on silver. So let's see what kind of information I got. Put this down. Okay. This is 1 ounce of silver, right? 1 ounce of silver. Right now, in modern day, 1 ounce of silver costs $33. So this costs $33 right now. This is 1 ounce of silver. It costs $33. This is 1 ounce of pure silver. It says it right here. 999 fine silver. So right now this costs $33. So let's do a little bit of math. Let's travel in time and let me give you some prices that are trippy. And I actually learned something. So check this out. In 1933, okay, we're going back into time. 1933. In 1933, this costed 25 cents. 1 ounce of silver was 25 cents. Okay? $33 now, but in 1933, it was 25 cents. So I'm assuming, right? If I'm doing the math correctly, and I'm assuming what this says, right? Silver certificate in silver, payable to the bearer on demand, right? So they're supposed to give you silver for this, right? So that means in 1933, right? They were supposed to give you 4 of these, right? You go take this to the bank, and they're supposed to give you 4 of these, right? That's just what I'm assuming. I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't around in 1933, but I'm assuming, okay, if it says in silver, payable to the bearer on demand, this is worth 25 cents in 1933. They were supposed to give you 4 of these for 1 of these, right? That's just what I'm assuming. So that's the research I just did, right? 1933, 25 cents, right? This is $1, right? 4 ounces of silver. Then I did, well, this bill is from 1935, so how much silver was this going to give you for this? Silver went up a little bit to 45 cents an ounce. So 1 of these is worth 45 cents. So I'm assuming they would have to give you at least 2 of these, right? Okay, 2 of these is supposed to be around 90 cents. That's just what I'm thinking. So in 1935, they're supposed to give you at least 2 of these, right? 1935, they're worth 45 cents. 45 cents, okay? Then I just did a little more research. So in 1940, silver dropped a little bit, right? So it dropped to 35 cents. So now I'm thinking, okay, so in 1940, silver is 35 cents. So they're supposed to give you how many of these? There. Okay. 3 of those, right? 3 of these would be how much? $1.05? I don't know how they would subtract the 5 cents, but I'm just saying. So in 1940, 1 of these is 35 cents. So see how silver fluctuates and goes up and down, which is really cool. Silver goes up and down all the time. So real quick, 1933, 1 ounce of silver, 25 cents. 1935, 1 ounce of silver, 45 cents. 1940, 1 ounce of silver, 35 cents. Modern day, right now, 1 of these is $33. Isn't that cool? I mean, I never thought about doing something like this. First of all, I never thought I would run into one of these cool silver certificates. But there we go. Now we know. Okay, paper money. Maybe they made paper money so you don't have to carry so much. Because think about it. In 1933, this is $1. Silver was 25 cents. So you would have to carry this, right? Right here. You would have to carry this. It's pretty heavy, actually. It's 4 ounces of silver. Okay, so in 1933, that's 4 ounces of silver. Instead, you can carry just this. I personally like silver, so I would think it's cool to have. But in reality, it is true. Instead of carrying all this, you can carry 1 of these. Okay, so which is big difference. Very light, very easy to put anywhere, hide anywhere. 4 of these is, a lot. 4 ounces of silver. Maybe that's why they did paper. I don't know. It is easier to carry. I know back in the day, they did used to have maybe in the 30s too. I think in the 30s, I do remember them having $1,000 bills and $500 bills, right? So back in the 30s, they did have $1,000 bills and $500 bills because they were easier to carry and they were light. But you know what? This is cool. Can't believe I found this in circulation. Can't believe I got this from a cashier at the gas station. Very cool. Very cool. I like it. And check this out. This is one thing I did notice too. I almost forgot about this. The back looks almost exactly the same as a modern dollar, but I did notice this is missing one thing. I'll let you look at it for a second, then I'll tell you what it is. Right here, the modern money, or most money, says, "In God we trust." This does not have it. That's weird. I don't know why, but it does not say "In God We Trust" right here. But the back looks the same. If you compare this to a modern dollar, it looks almost the same, except for "In God We Trust." It does not have that, which I thought was kind of weird. And then you have the blue serial number, blue federal stamp, 1935. Very cool. Well, now you know. If you've never seen one of these, that's what it is. It says it on the top, silver certificate. But what tripped me out was $1 in silver, payable to the bearer on demand. So, realistically, they're supposed to give you this for it. Bam, 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 bam. Silver. I do like silver. Give me some silver. All right. So I thought I would share that with you. I thought that was really cool. Um, I got that for $1. Well, not really. I exchanged it for $1. Not sure how much it's worth, but it's pretty cool. Cool story. I got to share a little bit of history, and I thought that was pretty awesome. Like I always say, hey, I'm always looking for something interesting. We found something interesting today. Hope y'all learned something. Hope I was able to share something that somebody else found interesting, and I thought it was pretty cool. All right, take care. Have a good night.